Jesus began to teach his followers, saying, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to them. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for justice, for they will be satisfied. Blessed are the merciful, for they will receive mercy. Blessed are the pure of heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for doing what is right, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to them." These teachings are called the Beatitudes because they lead us to happiness, both in this life and in heaven. The 8 Beatitudes are the 8 blessings Jesus taught in the Sermon on the Mount. A. People who are poor in spirit know that, no matter how rich, smart, or important they may be, they depend completely on God. They realize that everything good they have comes from Him. They are not overly attached to money or possessions and try to use what they have for good. Even in this life, they enjoy a peaceful heart, which is a small taste of heaven. A rich person can be poor in spirit if he is generous and willing to give up his wealth if God asks him to. A poor person may not be poor in spirit if he envies the rich or is bitter about his situation. B. In general, people who are poor usually find it easier to be poor in spirit because they are less tempted by wealth. This is one reason some followers of Christ choose to live simply. Jesus warned how hard it can be for the rich to reach heaven. He said, "Woe to you who are rich," Luke chapter 6 verse 24, and, "With difficulty will a rich man enter the kingdom of heaven," Matt 19:23. C. Even though poverty can help us spiritually, God still expects us to work hard. Being poor because of laziness is not holy. Everyone has a duty to provide for themselves and their families as best they can. A. The meek are people who patiently accept the difficulties of life, trusting that God allows them for a reason. The meek enjoy peace of heart, are respected by others, and after death will enter the joy of heaven. B. Some people have strong tempers, but if they learn to control their anger and not seek revenge, they also become meek. A meek person does not get angry easily. He forgives others and often wins them over with kindness. He follows Christ, who said, "Learn from me, for I am meek and humble of heart." Matt 11:29. This kind of mourning means being sorry for sins, our own or those of others. It also includes longing for heaven during the hardships of life. Sorrow for sin does not take away joy. In fact, people who are truly sorry often feel great happiness when God forgives them. But Jesus warns those who refuse to repent. "Woe to you who laugh now, for you shall mourn and weep." Luke chapter 6 verse 25. This blessing is for people who strongly desire holiness, truth, and virtue. They want to grow closer to God and improve their character every day. People who thirst for holiness already feel God's comfort in this life, and in heaven they will be completely satisfied. The merciful are those who help others through acts of kindness, both physical and spiritual, out of love for God. At the final judgment, Jesus will welcome them, saying, "I was hungry and you gave me food. I was thirsty and you gave me drink." Matt 25:34-35. The pure of heart are those who avoid serious sin and try to keep their hearts clean and focused on God. Their reward will be seeing God in heaven, and even on earth they receive a special spiritual clarity. There are different levels of purity of heart: those free from mortal sin, those who avoid deliberate venial sin, those who avoid every unhealthy attachment, those purified of even the smallest faults, and finally those who live completely for God and are fully united with Him. These last souls go straight to heaven when they die. Peacemakers are people who love peace and try to keep it within themselves and among others. They are greatly loved by God. They also work to bring peace between people who are fighting, which is an even higher form of this virtue. This blessing is for those who suffer because they follow Christ or defend what is right. Their reward will last forever. People who work to protect God's truth and the rights of the church are often mocked or attacked in this world, but Jesus promises them special blessings in the next. Jesus taught the Beatitudes during the Sermon on the Mount. His teachings were new to the world. While most people chased wealth, praise, and pleasure, Jesus showed that true happiness comes from being humble, patient, and faithful. If we follow the Beatitudes, we will find the path to holiness and experience real peace, even in this life. They contain the heart of God's law and show us the way to perfect Christian living.